And they are off and racing. Usually a spare lane in between the wheelchair athletes just to make sure there's no collisions out there as they come around. There was a wheelchair, that's sort of not of a modification, but just to make sure they get the bend because they are calibrated to hit the curve. And as it is a new track and no one's pushed on it before, they need to make sure they get the modification around at this bend. As you see, they might hit the chair, that gives it the turn, and they come back around. They do enjoy pushing on Mondo. It is a lot easier surface as opposed to some of the other surfaces we have in Sydney. It's a Recatan, it's a bit softer. This is a bit harder and a bit flatter, so they will go a little bit quicker. You can see Samuel Rizzo there really pushing hard to the line, and he's going to take line on us here. Hitting the line, 52.81, the unofficial winning time.
It's great to see Richie Coleman back out. I swear to God, he's been telling us that he's retiring for such a long time, but he's always back out here, and he has been such a stalwart for the sport. He's been fantastic for wheelchair racing, and love having him out here. And so fingers crossed he doesn't give it away for a little while yet.
Well, he's been team managing for the ASVIC team at all of the All Schools and everything as well.
Coaches.
So
he gives back to the sport. He's been definitely one of those ones who has been fantastic for the sport of wheelchair racing.
Really giving back to on all levels as well, making that connection with the youth. They've brought the para-athletes in through the All Schools over the last few years, so there's a lot more involvement on all levels, and this is what we want to see. And why wouldn't he come back out if he's retired, then come out onto the Com Games track?
Well, and it's always fantastic because he's also very entertaining out there. He gives a lot of cheek to the athletes on the warm-up track and a lot of fun to be around. A lot of the wheelchair events came in for test events. Sydney Olympics had Louise Savage. She was competing in a test event for Sydney Olympics, and it was really fun having her around the team because her positive attitude, her knowledge of not just the sport but life in general, she was great fun. I remember before the 4x400 for the Olympics, the coach, John Quinn, said that he wanted me to start out of the blocks, and I was a bit nervous about that because I was running 800s at the time. I said, okay, alrighty, we've got great sprinters. Are you sure you want me to be going out of the blocks? He goes, yeah, just go to the track the night before and practice with your relay baton. So Louise Savage, she was out there. She had her race on that night, and you think mainly she'd be there nervous about her race, but she sat there and she gave me block start practice, and I'll never forget that she just said, I really don't think that they should have you coming out of the blocks. Don't leave the baton behind. Like, she was always entertaining and great fun, but and that's the thing about integrating the events into the able-bodied carnivals. A lot of these guys are really fun and entertaining, and Richie Coleman definitely falls into that category.
Now we got Ben down there with the two athletes in the wheelchair men's 400 metres.
Yes, I'm down here. I'm down with Sam and Richie. It's good to see you both. Now, how is it out here? Give me a bit of a rundown of what you guys think of the stadium.
Well, it's very big, huge actually, but bit more humid to what I'm used to, but it's a good track,
Certainly is. Now, Richie, you've been in a few stadiums in your time. How's this one sort of compared to?
I love this, and it actually feels a lot different out here than on the warm track, and it felt different. And the atmosphere, even with this crowd here, is actually really brilliant. And it's going to be absolutely amazing for the Com Games.
It certainly is. Now, give us a bit of a rundown on the track as well, because I know you Willies don't like a Recatan track, which is around a lot of the places in Australia. This one's a Mondo. How is it today?
This is probably a nice new Mondo one, but it still didn't roll that well. Like, we were going flat out, and we were about 2-3k slower than Canberra, and so it is hard work. So that's why I'm puffing still. There's no resistance. There's no free roll for it, and it's a bit harder. Yeah, we don't like Melbourne or Sydney. Sydney is like it's like 6 seconds slower in the 400, so it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Now, you're having to put up with this man here, Richard. We've been friends for a long time. How is it out here competing against someone like this with such a reputation he has?
Oh, it's always a bit scary racing against the old coach, but he goes well, so got to try push harder, keep a little bit ahead, hopefully, but we'll get there.
Yeah, you certainly did. Richie's got his work cut out for him. Anyway, well done to the both of you. See you out here for any more events we got going on?
Yeah, tomorrow night's the 1500 qualify for Com Games, so we're going to be backing up again tomorrow. Sam's got a first B qualifier the other week in Canberra, so he's trying to get the qualification for Com Games tomorrow night.
All right, so how are we feeling for this 1500? You're going to get out there and put him to the slaughter again?
Oh, look, I reckon if we all work together, try and get a good time, but yeah, a bit nervous like always, but we'll just see how it plays out. Yeah.
Well, best luck to both of you. We'll look forward to that tomorrow night.